salami slicing, incremental pushing, and when they discover if there's not sufficient pushback, they keep pushing. And what I think they found in relation to the Philippines is that there hasn't been enough pushback. There's been a conscious decision under Xi Jinping to adopt a more muscular and assertive kind of international behavior. And we've seen it all over the world. We've seen it in relation to the waters of the Philippines. We've seen it in relation to Taiwan. We've seen it in relation to Australia. We've seen it in relation to Canada. We've seen it in relation to any number of the Sino-Indian border. So it's part of a general notion that, you know, China's time has come. We've got the weight. We can throw it around. And I don't think they really care about the international pushback or the bad PR look, because internally the dynamic is show how tough you are, show how strong you are. I think that explains the thuggish behavior of some Chinese diplomats, for example. Or and in terms of the chance of a war, I think China will push until somebody pushes back forcefully. My own feeling is the greatest risk is not of a premeditated war, but of an accidental clash or incident that becomes hard to control because passions are running so high in Washington and attitudes are so hardened in Washington and Beijing and elsewhere.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 thoughts on that. I think, because you asked about the likelihood of a war, and I would say that that a war over Taiwan, maybe you can say something after that, is for the next few years is very unlikely for several reasons. I mean, the one thing is the price they would pay, or that she would pay, is really very high, and he knows this. And from what I observe, she is not a Putin. Second thing is that the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, is apparently not in a very good condition. I mean, there's constant reports about worsening corruption, and some people even assessing that say we're not so sure if this army can still function properly and win over Taiwan. The second thing is, and there I agree with Mike, the risk is an accident or something, and I think this risk of an accident is more likely in the South China Sea, especially the Philippines. I mean, we've seen that last week, and we're more or less seeing it regularly with water cannons and so on. And so the risk that something will happen there is more likely than something will happen about Taiwan, I think.